welcome back to another episode of the Nice and Cozy Podcast. You got Cam here with you. You got Khalil here with you. And we have a special guest here today, Jonathan Takyi. Jonathan Takyi, JT, as many other people know him.
Yes,
So
man.
today we have another nice and cozy episode for you guys. Or for this one, I could say real relaxed episode for you guys with our guest here. So get nice and cozy, get real relaxed, get your popcorn, get your ice and cereal if that's what you're vibing with.
Bro.
And subscribe for another conversation. But first, I just wanted to get you the introduction. Jonathan is the JT. I feel weird calling you
No,
Jonathan.
it's cool. It's
I,
cool, bro.
JT is the founder, co-founder, and creative director of Real Relax, which is what I have on here, what he has on right there.
hmm
So if you could just bring us into a little bit of what is Real Relax.
No, so yeah, like I like to tell everyone, it's not just a clothing brand, it's a movement. And like that's been kind of the base of what we've been trying to establish at Real Relax. Everybody always asks me about the name, so like I'm gonna get that like out the way and stuff like that. So it was my senior year of high school. And like I know y'all can relate with all that pressure stuff. Your senior year, it's like for the first time in your lives, like the decision you make about where you go to college, like it affects you. Like this decision like sets up for the rest of your world and stuff. And like all my guys within the athletics and stuff like that, and everyone's mind is everywhere, and like it was a lot of stress. So like one day I was chilling with the guys and stuff like that. We're all sitting there, and I'm like, bro, like we just gotta relax. Like everybody just chill out. And like, we just cracking jokes and stuff. I'm like, bro, like real relax. Like you gotta be really relaxed, real relaxed. And like, I'm like, yo, like, that's got a nice ring to it, damn near. And everyone's like, all bet, like bet. So like we didn't think anything of it, but like we were like, you know what, let's just put on a t-shirt. So me and my homie Jan, the other co-founder, we put on a t-shirt and then like the rest is history. Like we just selling it from there. My good friend Theo, he goes to DePaul. He started up sending shop there. So like it was just a movement, and like the way we kind of pushed it out and things, it wasn't like conventional. Like I was always a big factor of you got to do it different, because like if everyone has the same sauce, like it's gonna be the same recipe. You know what I'm saying? You gotta mix it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And, so that was kind of my swag, and the way I did it and everything. It just, I have no formula. It just blew up like organically, and I think that comes down to like the type of person I am, and then just the people I surrounded myself. I always kept it close. I always love to meet new people, and like anyone who has a vision and a passion, like I was going for it, and like yeah, the rest is history. So it's the brand, bro.
That's fire, bro. That's fire. I wanted to ask a question about like manufacturing and whatnot. Like, was that a big initial thing of the process? Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything down to the quality of your t-shirt, like how did you go about?
No, yeah, overly, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the first couple of t-shirts and stuff, like, it was guild, and I won't lie, it was 1 hour tees, and like people was still buying that, and that's when I realized that like, I mean, quality for my clothes now is mandatory. Like, gotta make sure I feel good, quality's good or whatnot. But people are really buying a name, you know what I mean, rather than the product itself. That's another point that like kind of helped us, build the momentum and things like that. Was like it's just a name. So people were spending like 40 to 60 bucks on a Gildan t-shirt. Like if we put some real quality on it, like this could really blow. So like it was easier said than done, especially like you said with it. It's a lot of work and things. And like I credit my team too for like spending the resources and stuff to do that stuff, because I thought I didn't have time to go on Alibaba and do all this stuff, but my good friend Theo, man, he had the gadget, so we got to actually feel out every sort of material that we wanted to use. So like it took a little while because I'm very picky, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't wear anything or sell anything that I wouldn't wear. It's a lot easier to sell a product that like you would wear, that you resonate with. So I was like, dude, like we went through product after product after product, and then we finally got it, that LA apparel, that fresh fit. So that's kind of the process with the manufacturing and stuff like that.
So when I got here, when I came to school, I would see Real Relax everywhere. Like genuinely before I knew you, before I met at all, it was everybody was in
Mm-hmm.
No cap.
100%.
shirts,
No cap.
t-shirts, hoodies.
Nah, yeah.
This right here, I was just like,
Overly,
Like you
bro.
knew his brand before you knew him
yeah.
type shit.
And I was looking
Definitely.
around, I'm just kind of like,
No, yeah, bro.
what's going on? But and I never saw any social media which was different. I didn't see a whole bunch of stuff on social media
Feel
like,
me?
oh, this is real life. Of course, you guys did have a social media, but I didn't
Yeah.
see that. I saw the in person first, which is very rare to say like today. So, what was it about? Because I could see the thing of getting people in your shirt. So, like, what was the idea process behind that? Like, we wanted a wave of people, literally, because
No,
you could
yeah,
go
no
through
bad.
Damon if you go to Lil, go through Damon, you go to
Facts.
Dino, you go downtown, somebody was in your stuff. So like what was the deal with that?
No, yeah. So like that's what I'm talking about with the originality. Like nobody was doing it like me with like no sort of resources on social. Like again, I was a freshman at the time,
Mhm.
like bottom rank. Like, there's sophomores, there's juniors, there's seniors, there's athletes, like there's bottom ranks. But the way I kind of presented myself and how I wanted to do it, it was like, hey, if one person wears it, then another person would wear it. So I was in Sanford at the time and I was on the 5th floor. And like there happened to be a lot of like girls and stuff on the 6th floor or whatnot. And like when I'd see them or whatnot, I'd be like, hey, like you want this hoodie? Like there's a lot of sunk costs. Like there's a lot of hoodies that I bought on my own dime just to give out. Like I was always like, here, bro, like to, you know what I'm saying? I got it, I got it, I got it. And I think by doing that and people were like, oh, free piece of clothing, like it establishes trust. And then that does the marketing for me. Like if the shorty's in my hoodie, right? And then guys are looking at her and they're looking at the hoodie like, that's 5 eyes, that's 6 eyes, that's 10 eyes, right? So it started off with the shorties, like getting them in the hoodies. Like it was a girl, like it was the girls and stuff
He's
like that,
cooking,
right?
bro. He's
And
cooking.
then right, I got the girls and stuff like that. Then the dudes was like, yo, like I'm trying to tap in. Like, what is this? And then it was them. So people would always end up coming back to me and being like, oh, like you're the guy with the hoodies and stuff like that. So like organically it spread, but it started off with the shorties for sure. Like the shorties seeing it, and like, oh, that's cute. Then the other shorties think that's cute because they follow trends. Guys, like, most of the time they jazz it up. It's not like they're die hard, be hard and stuff like that. But the girls, once they see a couple other girls wearing it, they gonna be like, yo, what's that? So that's why you saw it in San Fran. Then it took its way to Dino. Then it took its way everywhere else. And like, that was so organic. And we didn't really have much of a social media presence at college. You know what I mean? So
No.
Mhm.
And then I definitely saw because I had volleyball players with a lot of my neighbors. And then they were I know you were team manager
yeah.
freshman year. So seeing like the guys on my floor with them, and hopefully at some point we were trying to have Fabi onto the podcast as well, but they were genuinely repping it, had,
Overly bone.
and it was a consistent every single day wear. And it was, I think that was definitely a special thing to see it grow and see more people in it.
No, yeah, well, like shout out them boys for real, man. Because
Yeah.
like again, like for some athletes for real, they real cool,
Yeah.
and like I respected that so much. So like when I told them, I was like, hey, like I have this clothing brand and whatnot. Each and every one of them like paid me up front and were like, yeah, we rock it, bro. And it just like they're already getting a lot of eyes and things like that. So then that's how like I got sort of like national attention or like kids from other D1 schools or whatnot and being like, yo, because like when they take athlete pictures and stuff, they be wearing their hoodies and their gear and stuff. So like shout out to them boys for real, like some real humble dudes.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. You see it everywhere. So 1,000%.
I feel like what I'm getting from it too is like exposure is everything too. And like exposure is everything and social media is not everything. You know what I'm saying? Like it definitely plays a huge part in business and in marketing. But just hearing that, I feel like is a testimony to how powerful like word of mouth is. You know what I mean?
Overly, bro.
Yeah, for something to spread organically like that, because I feel like the main thing that people try to attack when they want to like scale whatever it is social media. When they like, you know what I'm saying, you can really downplay what like real life experience does, bro.
Yeah, but that's 1,000%. You know how many people can like, you can buy followers and buy likes and buy
Yeah.
shares and
Yeah.
comments. So like if you think about that, social media a lot of the time is just faking an image or like portraying an image. So like sometimes you see clothing brands like, oh, this and it doesn't necessarily represent. Like at the time we had like maybe 1,000 followers and things like that. And like you said, you could still see it everywhere. So it is truly about the presence you have when somebody else turns off the phone. It's like in the actual world and things like that. Like if they see that hoodie over and over and over again, like again, you're seeing it in San Fran, you're seeing it in Dino, you're seeing it in Damon, then you're like subconsciously you're thinking like, I need a hoodie. And that's why like at Loyola, it's like it's all over the place because people saw it so many times, whether they got on the phone or whether they were walking around in real life, they were like, I need to be part of that. You know, they want to fit in society. You know what I'm saying?
I was just about to say, like, also when you see something like in real life, it's so much more substantial than seeing it when you on your phone. 'Cause you see a million things on your phone, so you'll see something else that'll like distract you, or
It
like
doesn't sit with you.
it doesn't
Just
sit with you as long.
just
Overly, bro.
Yeah, so that's
It was
valid.
product, and like I always carried two in my backpack. Like young boy was trying to get it out, bro.
No, he's not even.
Bro,
That's so
tell him,
valid,
G.
though.
Dang.
I used to see your caps like
We were in the line waiting at the shuttle, and boom, he's like, "Yo, wristband."
Bro, overly, bro. You gotta be ready. I'm trying to
But if you
tell
saw,
people.
also, I wore wristbands like that. My
Yeah.
freshman year, my sophomore year, I wore wristbands.
Wristbands, stickers, anything,
bead bracelets, stuff like that.
sometimes like what I learned is that it's an art, bro. Like it's
Yeah.
not a science. It's not like a formula. You mix it. Nah, gang. It's a science. It's like, bro. It's not. Like it's a weird way to describe it. I don't even
Yeah.
know. It's a
I know
mix.
what
It's
you
like an
mean.
art and you know what I mean? But like it's like a suave type of,
Feeling.
So like not everyone messes with, clothing like hoodies, sweatpants, da 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 da. Sometimes people like, when you wear your clothes, it's a huge expression of who you are. Like, you put some stuff on, you feel fly, you feel smooth. Some people express a lot of their emotions through clothing. So like sometimes a hoodie and stuff is a huge risk. And like, again, I want the marketing. And like sometimes, it's better to kind of, cater to them. So
Yeah.
that's when I came out with the wristbands. And I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? Like, you don't even need to buy a shirt or a hoodie. Like, have a wristband, bro.
Yeah.
You like
So-
diversifying.
You know what I'm saying?
crowd.
So like some people have it on their wrist and like, they feel it and people look and like, oh, you have a Real Relax wristband. Like the name is what's selling it. I want you guys to remember the name Real Relax, catchy. So like they have it in the wristbands and stuff like that, right? Then it would be stickers, any sort of thing that would remind you of it in any capacity. I was trying to get it to you. And like, yes, sometimes it was a sunk cost, like thousands of wristbands and like stickers and stuff. But in the long run, like it was mad worth it because people would see the stickers, the wristbands, everything is cohesive. You're constantly seeing it over and over and over again. So then you're like, oh my gosh, like what is this? Then you're tapped in. So that's why I was always pushing them out, bro. Any sort of way, bro.
I think it's also brilliant that Real Relax rolls right off the tongue. Like,
Feel
you
me?
know what I'm saying?
Overly, bro. That plays a huge role in that,
Yeah.
bro.
I wanted to sidebar into that, and ask y'all. This isn't necessarily about the brand, but what is it that makes you guys feel real relaxed? What is it in your day? Because sometimes people need to hear. It's a stressful.
No cap.
It's a stressful time that we live in, a stressful life. And what is the things for you that can make you real relaxed? What are the things that can make you calm in your day, make you like feel like
No,
this
yeah.
is everything gonna be all right?
No, that's a great question. Like, I'm glad you asked me that because, the whole part of Real Relax is that it's not a clothing brand, it's a movement. And like, I think people get the concept of being calm wrong. Like being calm is not, during when there's absolute peace. Being calm is being at peace when there's absolute chaos all around you. So like there's never gonna be a story or like a time in your life where you're just like absolutely,
Yeah.
there's no worries. Like there's always something. So like your ability to take that and still stay calm throughout the chaos, that's what I mean by real relax. So like for me, like y'all boys know, like, I'm a junior, I'm looking for jobs, internships, like I'm doing a lot at once, I feel like a lot of pressure. But like pressure for me is a privilege. So I'm kind of changing the narrative. And like another thing I like to do is just like I add a comedic relief to everything. Like you can't take this stuff like too seriously, my dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we in front of some cameras, like talking, like we grown, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta like, just let it rest sometimes. Like you can't be too serious. And I think that's the one that turned me up. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, I get it now. I'm like, it's not like I don't care less. I just focus my care on things that matter more. You know what I mean? So like I add a comedic relief to anything. And like whenever something looks like it's too OD or whatever, I like spin the narrative immediately. because it's like all about how you respond to a lot of things. You know, a lot of times people throw things or like those things at you and you react. And when you react, you don't have control over it. But like you have to respond in an accordingly manner. So like just taking it easy. But like not gas off the, you know what I'm saying? But just taking it like, you know, taking a step back so that I can take a step forward. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Put things in perspective.
Yeah, like just, you know what I'm saying, chill for a second, like take a deep breath, like, hold on, let me really observe what's going on, and then let me proceed and strategize, bro.
I feel like when your emotions are heightened too, like your judgment is not the best, whether it be like angry, whether it be sad, you know, like you really do gotta take a step back and like reflect on the way actions can, yeah, and it's just change your entire like course of life. You know what I'm saying? Like Cam knows, like even off camera, like it's been a crazy month. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like just you saying that, like the idea of comedic relief, the idea of not being able to not just don't take stuff so deeply, you know what I'm saying? Because at the
Just,
end of the
yeah,
day, I'll be feeling like a lot of things that happen in life to you aren't in a sense personal. You know what I'm saying? Like they happen to so many different people. It happens to so many different people to the point where it's like, are you gonna sit around and mope about it? Or are you going to take action of like whatever it is you can't control? There are things in life that you're not gonna be able to control, but the things that you can, you gotta take advantage of that.
right.
One of those being like how you react to certain situations, like the comedic relief. You know what I'm saying? Like you could genuinely change the entire narrative of a situation by just not taking it so deeply, you know what I'm saying? Like not being so mad at the world in a sense, you know? Um yeah, bro, you got it for
No,
sure. Like
1,000, bro. I
you
heard
got
I
it.
heard y'all boys on that, cause like, no, life can be life sometimes for real. And like, I know like I can speak for all of us that we put a lot of, you know, intrinsic pressure, like, you know, that
Yeah.
as natural go-getters, you feel me? Like as
Hell
people
yeah.
who trying to get to it, like
Yeah.
you gonna always want to, but like you got to take those 2 steps back so then you can actually like, you know, like a catapult,
Yeah.
like give yourself some trajectory, you know what I'm saying? Some
Hell
like
yeah.
a little bit of leverage. And then you also got to just give yourself grace. Cause if you don't give like yourself inner peace, there's no outer peace. Then you just you naturally always busting. Like you need some sort
Literally,
of,
bro.
you know, even keel. So I'm glad you spoke up on that. And like, no,
Yeah.
that's a beautiful thing, especially for like, you know, young men and a lot of people out
Yeah.
there, like
Young
they
black
need it
man,
now.
for
Like
sure.
1,000%, bro. Like give yourself grace, you know, allow yourself to strategize. Like you
Yeah.
guys know Napoleon, right? You know, the army leader and things like that. Like
Mhm.
he was big on just strategizing.
Strategy.
Like just taking a minute to just be like damn, it's busting. Like, let me take a second and
Mhm.
strategize. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. Like
Read a
you said,
plan, like
read, like take a second, like be a coach, like get the playbook.
yeah.
Like don't react like oh you're busting, you mad and stuff. You buck no, like control that. Take a second and then move accordingly,
Yeah.
and that's how you really dominate.
I feel like going back to Cam's original question of like what it is that we do that like keeps us like relaxed, keeps us in that like relaxed state. Well, I feel like one thing that I do is like I read and I write. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. Just literature itself, I feel like calms me. Being in the library calms me. Being in like a book calms me. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much like especially visualizing. Like there's so much visual overstimulation in like today's day and age that like sometimes you really just have to sit back and look at words. And I feel like that's one thing that I do. Another thing is just like trying to find whatever creative outlet it is, you know what I'm saying, that may feel like work to others but play to you, you know what I'm saying? Like
Man,
that in itself is like a great question to ask yourself. Like what is it that you like to do that you could possibly monetize? And not everything is about money, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it can genuinely be about that internal piece. But yeah, like I feel like what that's literally what you did. You took your mindset, um, and you made it a brand, you know what I'm saying? And then like the money, like I feel like when you do that and you're genuine, like the money
the
comes in
money, yeah,
itself,
yeah.
you
Hey,
know?
the money gonna come.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
the money gonna come when it's true to you.
Yeah,
And when you not focus on it, that's when it just starts multiplying.
yeah,
Like, and like, no, I'm not going to try to sound cliche, but like, it was never about the bread. Like, you know, like I feel like I was rich before I was rich because it's just the people I surrounded myself with and
facts.
the level of gratitude that I realized that like at kind of a young age, you know, both my parents are immigrants, bro. Like they came off the boat. So like it was always in the back of my mind, but like as I got older, I realized that like they sacrificed so much for me. Like I can't lose. Like I've already won in so many ways. So like that level of gratitude I had, I was already rich in friendships and people in my life and gratitude. So when the clothing brand and the perks came with it, it was like I didn't really care. Like I just wanted to spread my kind of way of life that helped me out in so many ways to as many people as I can and like leave a legacy. You know, like I'm a Black, like I want to leave something behind my name.
Do
Like
something
when
for
you think of
yourself.
JT or Jonathan, you gonna know Real Relax. Like I
Yeah.
wanted something, and that's huge, bro. You come in here with nothing, you gotta leave something. Like you know what I'm saying? Never, you know, never like leave somewhere or go somewhere empty handed. Gotta
That's
leave
big,
something.
bro.
Definitely. And I feel like we're all here for a reason. Everybody's here to leave something because everybody's unique in their own way. And
Absolutely,
we almost
bro.
talk about it on every single podcast, but everybody has their unique thing. And that's something that we definitely wanted to spread in this new season was just like showing everybody else's unique things that they're able to do. And then
Oh, really?
with those unique traits, it's just like it's just showing the beauty of humanity. But also just like with the feeling real relaxed, what to do to feel real relaxed. I feel like what you said about compartmentalization is huge. Keeping things in perspective is huge.
Facts, bro.
But I know for me, it's also like knowing I can't control anything that happens.
I was just
I
about to ask you,
I
like, what is it you do?
I can't control anything that actually happens. But all I know is what I can control is what we talked about a minute ago, months ago, controlling your controllables. Like
Yeah.
I can control those things that will put me in the best position for something good to happen, put me in the best position for something good to come out of it. But
Facts.
I can't control what actually happens. If I do everything I need to do, so it's like, all right, I'm set up for everything to go good. Like I set a podcast today, like everything's set up to go well. But if something doesn't, nothing I can do about that. If I put myself in the best position,
Respond according. Yeah.
It's like,
so
it's like increasing all you can do is increase your chances of success. I feel like that's what we touched on like maybe months ago. Like only thing you can do is like put in that footwork to put yourself in the best position possible to succeed. And you know what I'm saying? Whatever happens at that case happens. You know what I'm saying? You got to take that and you got to run with it. 9 times out of 10, if you do your due diligence, like what it is you're supposed to be doing, you're going to succeed. And like life will teach you that, bro, for sure.
And I feel like that brings me my biggest peace of mind is knowing that like there's nothing I love. I don't love when something goes bad, but I love when something goes bad and I can say I did all I could.
Yeah.
It didn't go bad. I don't like if I'm like something goes bad and there's stuff I could have done multiple because it's always that one thing. But like there's multiple stuff I could have done there. Everything would have been different. I could have prepared for this. I could have prepared for that. But if I really did as much as I could and nothing, it didn't work out, I can have peace of mind.
Yeah.
I can have a solid peace of mind. And when I go into things, if I go into things full force, I have a solid peace of mind. When I try my best, I have a solid peace of mind.
Knowing you did your best.
Yeah,
You did everything you could. Facts.
Exactly. But just knowing that everything in this life happens for a reason, everything's gonna work out if you do put yourself in the best position for it to.
Facts.
So that's what I would say makes me real relaxed.
No, yeah, like no, Cam, like that was beautiful for real. Cause like what I kind of got from that was that like you finally focusing on the journey rather than like, you know, the destination or the result. And that's where you see the most growth. You know what I mean? Like that's exactly where you see the most growth when you don't win. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And it takes a loss for you to really cherish a win. You know, what good is a win without any losses? If you're constantly getting to your location, you know, without any detours, then, you know, did you really learn, you know, where to go when stuff goes wrong? You picking up what I'm putting down?
Absolutely.
So like 1,000%. And that's why if you kind of switch your mindset to be like, you know what, like I did everything I could. What did I learn from this? Because you can learn from anybody and anything, but not everything can teach you. You know what I mean? That's why, like, you know, like professors and teachers, like back in the day, they were extremely valued. Not saying that they're not valued today, but like, you know what I'm saying? But like,
man, but that's
hey, bro,
hey, bro.
but like, you know, like they were seen, like if you look at, you know, old societies and things like that, they were seen as like, you know, as nobles and priests. They were right up there
Wise
because
men.
they had that ability to teach somebody.
Yeah.
But not everyone can do that, but you can learn from anything. So when things happen like that and you know, learn to take a detour, you gave it your all and still failed and things like that, like you've already won in that way. So like that mindset switch can change and lead to a lot of momentum in life. A lot of people tap in on that early, you know? So that was the whole thing. I was just trying to be like, hey, like, what's up, y'all? Like this worked for me. Like I'm sure it can work for you.
Yeah,
And like that's where the brand and everything just.
I think that's the mindset of a winner. Like knowing that like going into any situation and realizing like you have a possibility of losing and doing it anyway, you know what I'm saying? And then when you take that loss, the idea of being like a natural winner is like taking the loss as a lesson, you know what I'm saying? Like when you had just said, you were like, how do you really know like what to do in a situation if you don't lose? You know what I'm saying? If everything is given to you, if you never really had to like, you know what I'm saying? And now I feel like and so I feel like that is big, bro, because, you know what I'm saying, it really does put you in uncomfortable situations, you know what I'm saying? Like when you lose in a sense, yeah, you just learn to conduct yourself better, you know, the next time. And then in addition to that, you say you can like you said, you can learn something from anything. Like one quote I always think about um from a while ago. I don't even remember who told me, but like you can even learn from your winning situations. You know what I'm saying? Like you can learn how to continue to win, and then with the losses, you take those as lessons. In addition to that, the quote like what was also said to me is like you can even learn from, and it's kind of derogatory, but you can even learn from a dummy. Like, and you can learn how not to
You
be
see? You
a
see what I'm
dummy. You know what I'm
saying?
saying? Like
You can learn from anybody and anything, bro.
exactly. You can even learn from your dumb mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully,
Like
oh yeah, I'm not doing that again.
The
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
the only thing you can't learn from is not doing at all.
For sure.
I feel like
There you go, right
you
there.
can't win, you can't lose if you don't do it
If
at
you
all.
stagnant.
If you don't roll that dice, cuz
Facts.
if you don't, you got to. That's another thing we got to get into. Like, you got to take risk. Gang, I'm telling you, like, dude, there's risk in everything. There's risk in not taking risks. Isn't that crazy,
Literally.
bro? And like, bro, the difference between 0% and 0.0000001% is still catastrophic.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So like, you've got to take risk. I'm not saying bet the house on, you know what I'm saying, on AE dropping 60. I ain't saying all that, but I'm saying, bro, take more risk. Because that one time you roll the dice and it's sevens, then what? Like, you have to, bro. I've been trying to tell my peoples, bro, like, especially while you young and you have the least amount of responsibilities. That's another reason why I was so adamant on, like, trying to run some sort of business while I was young. Like, I'm still a young bull. Like, you know, stuff could fall short today and I can hop back on my feet and, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the dining hall. Like I'm cool. Like, this is the only time period, one of the only times in my life period when I don't have all these responsibilities and I can really rock out and pivot and try this and do this and fail and learn and grow and fail again and fail some more. Like, I'm still a young bull. So like, it's like now I'm a junior, bro. I'm 21. Like, like it's like, I'm like, hey, like couple risks I can't take no more. Like I'm a, you know, cause I'm gonna be tried as an adult. You're like, I can't be, ain't no smashing grad. Can't do, you know what I'm saying? Can't do dumb stuff no more.
Yeah.
You know, not condoning, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
I know what you mean.
They never did none of that.
Never did that. Like, no, like, yo. I'm just saying, I'm just
too personal.
I'm just, and I was playing on a smasher grab. I'm just saying, like, though.
No, but I get what you mean.
You again, you gonna go away. You gonna go away for some goof, for some goof stuff. You feel me? Nah. You gonna go away. I'm saying, all I'm saying is like, now you're seeing, put the for sure.
Like, disclaimer.
Yeah, like no games is like that. There's more to it.
It's more to lose.
It's more to lose. Like, you make that mistake, son, and it's rough, and you're done early. You checked out early, my boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whole trajectory over with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I already have a lot of pressure on myself. So why? Like, I'm like, I bet I gotta lock in.
Yeah.
So like, there's some risk I can't take no more.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm literally going through this right now. Like,
you realizing it?
Yes, exactly.
Can't take. Oh damn, I can't do that no more.
Dude.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
They looking at you now. You looking like, oh, like I am an adult. People look. One thing, like for the black boys, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, everyone looks at you when you're a baby, you cute and all, but when you reach a certain age, you a threat.
You are literally a threat.
Then that's the same thing with the risk. Once you reach a certain age, it's a threat. You can't roll that dice because if you roll wrong, you know, so you got to take more, gang.
Yeah, I think there's something definitely be said about that as 3 Black men that, and we're not short either. People can't tell because we're sitting down. It's not like we're short either.
Yeah.
Right. You gonna look like a...
People, there's a perspective that will say that people get when we're out in public.
For sure.
Isn't like, I feel like people don't necessarily understand it if you're not living in our shoes. But there's a certain look and certain things that happen that we notice that I feel like we have to live with. But it's more a reason for those other young Black men out there to live your life like you're trying to do something with your life.
100%.
Don't move into what other people try to think. You don't get put into a box.
Over.
Like we were just talking right before this, you swim, I golf, like, I don't know.
I write.
You write.
You know what I'm
read,
saying? Yeah, bro.
and like,
mind you, not too long ago, like you weren't supposed to do that.
No, for
like,
sure.
Don't nobody forget. Like this is like
that long ago.
It's not that long ago. Don't think no. Like just because it was in Black. No. Like that's.
I just seen a video of like there was a group of Black kids that were getting picked on in an all-white neighborhood in the 1970s.
I just saw that.
You seen that as well?
Again, not too long.
Yeah, they were riding a bike.
Not too long ago.
These people are still alive, y'all. Think about it.
Not too long ago.
But I feel like for young Black men watching this may see this, like, don't be afraid to step out of a box. You don't gotta be in that box. You can do things that you want to do, that you like to do, just because it's fun to you. It's fun to grow. It's fun to learn, because there's no script that says you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to go. There's no script that says what you're supposed to do. You choose that in your life. There's no, you choose the life you lead. You choose the path you lead. You can do really whatever you want. You can put out whatever message you want. So I feel like there's a certain thing of like, people love to put out what a Black person is supposed to be.
100%.
There is no script for it. Black person can be whatever they want. Black man can be whatever he wants.
What Cam said, like, don't let.
No, you heard him. Like, yeah,
don't let nobody put you in a box and really like attack any skill, any virtue, whatever it is you want to do in life. Like he just said, like even something as simple, I feel like, as us being in higher education. Dude, it's defying the odds in itself. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
They say Black men aren't supposed to go to college, and here we are. You know what I'm saying?
Like, by the way,
like, it's a lot, bro.
Again, we started way behind too. Like,
yeah,
look
for
at
sure.
it. They suppressed us, bro. That's an episode for another day, bro. I'm gonna come back. No, for real.
In addition to that, like, they always look at the foundation of like, and like, you know, this could be maybe this is like a not and cozy take. But like we were talking about, when this is a real issue, like we were talking about it in class, about the idea of, you know, white people being the foundation and the standard. And if you don't fit into those normals, you are immediately considered an abnormality. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
when in reality, like, cultures are different. You know what I'm saying? Oppressions are different. Experiences are different. Like, we go through different things. So the fact that, like, you know what I'm saying? The fact that you can label yourself as a blueprint, you know what I'm saying, without considering like different, you know, the different ways that people have like been brought up, been raised, you know, like, it's just, I feel like it's dehumanizing in a way, you know what I'm saying? So don't do it to your own people, you know what I'm saying?
No,
people are already doing it to you.
Yeah, you man, you're 1,000% right. Like truthfully,
bro,
because systematically, like, it's designed for us to fail. Like, I don't know if y'all know, but like, systematically, we are not supposed to be here.
Fact.
Like, you know what I mean? And that's another thing I like to keep in the back of my head, like a fire in a chip. Like, you know, some days I'm like, man, like, oh, nothing's going through. Like, I'm done. I want to be. And then I realize, like, gang, like, I'm not even supposed to be here. Like up your stamina, gang. Like, let's do it. You know what I mean? Systematically, it's designed for us to fail.
Yeah.
So like, when we get into things like higher education or like clothing brands or like things you want to do and pushing yourself out there, like, social media, you gotta go 1,000%, gang, because systematically you weren't supposed to be here with the lack of resources and everything. And I think one thing that sparks a lot of, you know, racism and jealousy and enviousness and things like that is because other cultures see us, not just white, other cultures see us, and they're like, how the F did they, with everything we did to them,
so much resilience,
are at our level and above. How are people dominating in our fields that they weren't even supposed to have access to with the lack of resources and all the sabotaging? Like y'all know, like y'all do y'all history. It to this day, it's still dead
For
wrong.
sure.
There's a bunch of things, bro, we can go into, but
For sure.
systematically and things like that, like people are getting upset because we're defying so many odds,
Yeah.
and we still got a swag to it.
Yeah.
It's not just hoodie up, and like we have a swag to it.
Yeah.
And they love the swag to it, bro.
Circling back to that swag too, I feel like it's also like marginalized for profit too. Like our culture is marginalized for profit.
Black boy joy, right?
No,
got your
for
head
sure.
bobbing, right? No,
everything down to rap music to our fashion. Like
it's lit though, right?
Yeah.
And then when you're trying to bro.
Yeah, but that's not a real speculation of the everyday experience. Sometimes like being black in America sucks, and people think like, you know what I'm saying? People think it's all like shits and giggles and fun, and
you can do this. No,
no sir.
No,
like
no gang.
It comes with, people don't know exactly what comes with it.
Yeah.
And one thing we talked about that video that we both saw,
the kids on the bike.
Yeah. No matter what happened to them, I remember at the end of the video there was a reporter interviewing them and stuff and how they felt. And then there was one girl that said, "I still won't hate."
Sweet as ever.
I still won't hate, because I feel like if you give in to the hate,
how much better are you?
It only brings you down with
Mhm.
people who hate. So I feel like the best we can do as black men is to rise above it and just show exactly why the haters are.
Yeah, keep our foot on the gas.
That person that decided not to sit next to you on that shuttle because they don't feel
Bro,
comfortable with you.
That shit happens so much, bro.
I want black men to succeed so much to the point where it's like, if you would have sat next to me, I could have.
We would have been riding strikers.
Like, you could have got him a hoodie or something, free little bracelet. Like, facts.
Black men to see success as important, and also we're talking about higher education, college as important, because I would have never met either of them if I didn't go to college. I would have never met y'all if I didn't go to college. If I would have never went here to college specifically. But talking about just like where we are, being in Chicago, meeting people in Chicago, and also going into your brand, what would you say that connection is, the importance and the connection between your brand and Chicago?
No, that's a good one, bro. Cause like, I've been to all parts of Chicago. Like I have family everywhere. My family right now is in the burbs. And then I go to school at Loyola, you know what I mean? I'm in Gold Coast. And then I played AAU basketball. So like I know all the suburbs and all like, the farther places in Illinois and things like that. And like everywhere I kind of went, I try to like do something or like, like make enough, connections over there and friends. So like I can be like, hey, like I'm going to here. I have a place to stay. I'm going up to Gurney. I have a place. You know what I'm saying? Just something, and I'd always check in, text what you on, you good, bro, things and things and stuff like that. So when I wanted to do this stuff with Real Relax, like I wanted to start off like in my state, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and especially in the city of Chicago. So like a lot of things were tailored toward that. And like, I really focused on getting Chicago busing because, Chicago's like top 2, not 2 for, tourist spots. I don't know if y'all like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, people are trying to come here.
Yeah.
And like, I think we forget because we're here so much, but like people look at Chicago and be like, oh my gosh, like I need to be here in that city. Or you'll tell someone like, I'm from Chicago, or I go to school in Chicago, and they're like, oh my gosh, Chicago? Like, yes. Like people want to be here. So like my whole thing is if I focus on Chicago, like, it's gonna get to Florida, it's gonna get to Ohio, it's gonna get to, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna get to places, and that's what it did. Because when people would come in and see it, they'd be like, oh my God, Chicago, like Chicago-based brand. Not only they resonate with the name, but they resonate with the location. So like now that you resonate with the name and the location, and then you put the hoodie on and it feels good, that's a big trifecta. And that was the whole game plan to this day. Like that's the big trifecta.
It's definitely, Chicago's definitely like a commodity, bro. Like everything down to
like
the
it's
fashion
lit,
to the
bro.
food.
Like it's real lit, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know until I got here. I'm not even gonna lie. And I think that's also the special part about you spreading your brand in college is everybody isn't from here that comes.
Bingo. And that when they come back home to the crib, they, oh my gosh, you're wearing this.
I brought this hoodie back and your hoodie has touched California.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like there's
California odds have seen it.
that wasn't even purposely done. That wasn't no. When I had to go back home, I have to bring my clothes with me. I have your hoodie. I'm bringing this with me back to California, and I'm wearing it in California. So it's just like it's that specialness that college does bring you meet people from everywhere. And then I also want to ask you about in Chicago. You guys do stuff with like I know St. Patrick's Day is coming up. You guys are big
Mhm.
in your St. Patrick's Day stuff. The Portillo shoot.
No, for sure, for
I
sure.
also want to get into a little bit, but
Yeah, bro.
what is it about these like Chicago special places, special events that was like this is a must connect to?
I think when it comes down to that, time also played a factor into it. Like St. Patty's Day, like again, like we just talked about, everyone comes to see the river getting dyed green. Like it's a huge commodity. So like that's eyes, bro. And if you see it enough times, like subconsciously, then you gonna want to buy it. Like in high school, I took AP Psych, and it was like one of my favorite classes because you also learn like human behavior and consumer behavior. If they see a certain color, and a lot of times, or they see a certain like image, they're gonna be more intrigued. And like not on some dark magic, whatever stuff, but like once you understand the brain and the mind, you can kind of control more controllables because your
Mhm.
brain, does a lot of the reactive and cognitive thinking and things like that. So like when it came to Chicago and like events and stations and things like that, I'm like Portillo's, like when I had you in the shoot, I'm like, everybody from here, like Portillo's is what's the word, the
Mhm.
hot dog, whatever you get from there, like Italian beef, things like that. So like when people see this, they're gonna be like, oh, cozy. We just dropped our Real Relax hoodies with a different type of quality, a more cozier quality. So now they're resonating Portillo's, their favorite spot, the cozy feeling, and then I have I had an assortment of models, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And the thing with my models is like, not only was I cool with them, but they brought different flavors, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like the contrast was good when they had the tan, when they had the black, like it was a good group of people, which I love and stuff like that. But that's what I kind of focus on, like the location and the feeling associated with it. And then that just does its magic. Like I'm
Mhm.
touching on every sensory thing. So like you just gotta get it. Like you gotta be part of it. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of book work and things like that, but then it makes it look organic. So that's how you did it, when it makes it look easy and it feels effortless. But
Yeah. Yeah, that photo shoot was fire, bro. I remember seeing the reel, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and resonating with it, like everything down to like the cinematic elements, bro. Like you said, attacking every sense from like sight to hearing to,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Thinking
Everything
about
that
Portillo's, the
you thinking about
smell.
the
You see what I'm saying?
smell. Yeah,
Everything's in.
bro.
Like the only thing you got to do is buy it to get that. Like that's really the sauce. You
That's
got to
facts.
understand. Anyone who wants to get into this stuff, like take a second and read a book about human psychology.
Mhm.
What makes people buy stuff? Because once you understand that, you can sell anything. Like again, I was telling you, I was selling Gildan t-shirts, dude. Like rip them and any type of stuff. Like rip it off
Mhm.
and like, bro, it was terrible. But people were just buying the name, selling them for 60, 70 a John. I'm damn near scamming. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, anyone who bought them, bro, mad love, bro. You know what it is. You know what it is with me. But them things was terrible, gang.
Yeah.
One wash and they gone.
Yeah.
And they buying another one because I sold the emotion and the feeling, bro. And
Yeah.
had a great team that helped that out. But like, as real, bro, you gotta sell that emotion and take a second to understand the brain first. And I promise you, everything else will just come.
Facts, bro.
Definitely. And I think one thing special about that shoot, and why I think it did so, like the view, I don't even past like
Yeah, I gotta go.
10K
Yeah, bro.
Mhm.
Early,
videos, and I was just
early.
like, but the thing about that and why I think it went so naturally was because the genuine environment when we were there doing the shoot, it was so much fun. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
That should probably
we
help
it
too,
was
you know?
cool.
like
Yeah,
the
yeah, bro.
that
Nah,
group was from oh, why am I blanking on his name?
Ben, talk
Ben.
to, but yeah, he's a volleyball guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like just to
Me
speak on,
me
yeah,
and Ben
bro.
had great conversation on the walk back to the community.
Mhm.
We all walked
We
back
all
to
walked
the
back. It was mad
campus.
cool.
Yeah.
It was
And
mad
Like
cool.
Water Tower?
yeah,
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 we
yeah,
we
yeah.
get
For
back
sure.
on it. We
Yeah,
copped on
for
everyone.
sure.
It was perfect. Like everyone was there. We had Nick. We had everybody alive. We
yeah,
had everyone in there. Theodora. We had everyone. And like my whole thing with that is like, bro, if you actually live in it, it's so easy to get that on camera. And like I told my team, I'm like, I'm gonna take them out and like we gonna get food and then whatever happens, happens. So like again, like I got everyone's food, like and stuff like that, like taking care of everything, that's always a must for me. Like what you give out, right? It will always come back. You know, it will always come back in flying colors. So like I literally like you can talk about it, like come in there, got your food, everyone's sitting, and then all they had to do was sit and eat. And then I had my photographer, my cameraman, Ben, bro. Shout out Ben, bro. He's one of them ones, bro. He's doing his thing overseas right now, but he's one of them ones. So like while they was chilling, right? Ben was literally taking pictures and recording them and doing all that. So like by the time they finished eating and stuff, we was done with the photo shoot.
You had what you needed.
We had what I needed. And I didn't have to force it to be like, you sit over here, you sit over here. Like I literally dropped a bag of clothes and I was like, whatever y'all want to wear, y'all want to wear. And I said, make sure y'all choose wisely because you get to keep it. You get to keep it after the shoot. You know what I'm saying?
Another element of like
another
taking care.
Element, taking care. So now everybody, oh yeah, JT, yeah. I'm like, yeah, and let me know what y'all want too. So the vibes is bumping. Like I'm bussing. I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo, like it's looking smooth. Oh, Cam turn to the right. Like, you know, I'm still making sure people in their place, but all they had to do was eat. And by the time we finished, it was like probably the best photo shoot I've ever done, like to this day. Cause the vibes was cool, the food was good, and I got everything I needed, and it was just excellent, bro. Everyone left happy, everyone ate, everyone left with clothes. Like it was a beautiful event, bro.
Yeah.
It really was. And I think the funniest part too is you already had Nick, I think, for the shoot. And then me and you talked, and then
I don't know if I knew y'all then. I might have known you, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I just knew your brand. You feel me?
For sure.
Like I was seeing your brand, but I wasn't seeing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was when you made the group chat, and I was like, it wasn't random numbers in the group chat. I already knew.
Yeah.
And then when we sat down at the table for the shoot, we're already talking. And they were like, already
in
like
motion.
you know what I'm saying?
So make a conversation.
Man,
we were genuinely just talking.
They was just talking. I wasn't like, hey guys, like start speaking like low key, like on some real stuff. I asked people like, oh, you know, so-and-so, he gonna be here. All bad, that's cool, my boy. She gonna be here. Yeah, sis, slide through.
Kind of like doing your homework.
Doing my homework. It took a little while because I was like pushing it back for a little minute. But I was like, bro, it needs to be so organic. So when they see each other, right? Boom. When they say, hey, like, come order, like I got y'all. They feeling great. Like, you know, I'm a man of my word. I told y'all finna eat good. Come with the stump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like everybody can take their clothes. Like everybody lit, sit down, do the shoot. Shoot over with. Like, and it's so organic. I'm literally getting hype as we doing the shoot. Like, bro, like this is what I'm talking about. Like my vision is it's crazy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the way I went about it, I was like, doing that at Portillo's, I don't know, man. They may be tweaking or whatnot. I went in there. I told dude, I said, hey, we're going to do a photo shoot for the brand. He looked at me. He's like, can I get a hoodie? And he got a hoodie. So I'm like, bro, of course. People like, I bet. We backlit. So we have that whole section to word to everything. We have that whole section to ourselves. Like the vibes was there, gang. And it's all because like, you know, I really give it to like, you know, my genuine, like, you know, I was doing it for us, for the people. Like I meant what I said and stuff like that. So like, bro, 1000% with that stuff. That it's all about, you know, when you really true to it and instilling that emotion and be like, hey, like, you my boy, like, you know what I'm saying? I got y'all. Like, again, it's gonna be organic and it's be good, bro.
And then you were about to.
I was gonna say, like, I noticed 2 points in that. One, like your ability to, because I feel like that's a skill in itself to be able to put together a group that like what's the word I'm looking for? Just gets along with each other. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They flowing, gang. It's not like, y'all, what's my name? No.
Like that's a social that's a social and that's a psychological skill.
And I'm trying to get the like the laughing, the head thing. I'm trying to get the natural, like, you know what I mean? So it's a science to it, not for sure.
For sure. And then that was like, that's one thing. So like the ability to put together a group that's cohesive, that's a skill. And then two, the way like you present yourself, I feel like goes such a long way too. Like, let's say you walk into Portillo's, you know what I'm saying? And you feel in a sense entitled to this section at Portillo's for your shoot. Like Buddy could have completely,
Buddy,
you know what I'm saying?
Buddy could have just clipped it.
Exactly.
But that's
y'all can't do that here.
That's what I'm saying. That's why again, like the day prior I came in to check it out.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying? Making sure everything was established. And then I made sure before we actually started shooting, all the food was bought.
Yeah.
So like we getting a big tab. We got 1,000 cheese. Like, you know what I'm saying? We frying up. Like, they just brought in all of this stuff. So like it's like a large party of kids coming to sit in the back table. So again, they got their money. I took care of their worker, and now we're gonna use the back because we paid the price. It's like if someone bought, you know what I'm saying, 5 to 10 kids support Tillos. So we gonna have that. So like again, it's all about that deductive reasoning. So that when I walk in there, that's why I feel like I have that audacity. I got everything mapped out. I got the systems in play, and then everybody's feeling good. So
yeah, and I was just gonna say too, like the way that and I'm sure that the way you asked him was completely friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I say like the way you present yourself goes a long way. Now on top of that, like that's exposure in itself. Like every one of his coworkers is gonna see the hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro, brilliant, brilliant.
Indeed.
And then I wanted to talk about a conversation we had when we got on the shuttle after the shoot. And I never forgot this conversation with you. And it was about